Lower the plastic bag about halfway down into the top cylinder. Plug in your hot glue gun. Start pouring in your fine sand and give it a little shake so that it spreads out in the bottom of the bag, and then let the bag fall down in as you fill it up the rest of the way with the sand. During this whole process, be very careful that you don't get any sand into the vent tube. When you get to the top, just level it off. Take a safety razor or an X-Acto knife and cut the plastic bag off. Pull it up and cut it just below the surface all the way around. Level it off again and add a little bit more sand if necessary. Clean off the edge all the way around. Now take your hot glue gun and put a pretty nice sized bead all the way around, but do not go around the outside where the vent tube is. You don't want to block that vent tube in any way. Take your plastic food film and stretch it across. How long you have to wait before you do this depends on how hot your glue stick gets. If it melts the plastic, it was too hot. Not all glue guns or glue sticks work well for this. Stretch the plastic a little bit so that all of the wrinkles and sags are out, and then press it down. Be careful you don't burn your fingers. As soon as it's cool, take your safety razor or your X-Acto knife and trim off all of the excess plastic film all the way around right up to where the glue is, and then put another bead of glue on top of that on the outside edge. Allow it to cool completely and then test it. Turn it upside down, give it a good shake, make sure no sand at all is coming through. When not in use, always store the top section of the LipoLocker with the plastic facing up. To prepare the bottom section for use, you're going to need to install your balanced charger extension wire through the horseshoe-shaped ceramic grommet that comes with the LipoLocker. Put a bead of silicone all the way around the wire. Take the wire and jiggle it around a little bit and make sure the silicone is all the way around the wire, and pull it off to one side. And then fill the rest of the slot up with silicone. Set the piece aside and let it dry for about an hour or so. Put a bead of silicone all the way around the groove of the grommet. The flat side of the grommet will be facing down when it's inside the LipoLocker. If you use different types of batteries, you can install more than one wire into the grommet, but never attempt to charge more than one battery at a time. Slide the grommet into place and allow it to dry. To prepare your LipoLocker for use, pour a minimum of 1 cup of fine sand down into the bottom. Clean off the gasket. Plug your battery in and set it down inside. The highest point of the battery should be right underneath the lip on the inside so that it doesn't touch the plastic when you put the top section in place. Also be sure that there are no wires touching the plastic. Should the wires get hot, they could melt the plastic prematurely. That level of sand should be adjusted for all of your batteries. Every time you charge a different size battery, you need to adjust the amount of sand. Now you can take the top section and put it down in place, making sure you line up the 2 marks, and then plug the balanced charger extension cable into your battery charger and start charging your battery. The LipoLocker should be on a non-flammable surface and away from anything combustible. Be sure to read the directions on the website for how to assemble and for how to use the LipoLocker, because I'll make any updates there.